Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeff Cassidy. I'm the director of San Francisco's Department of Homelessness and Supportive Housing, and I am very, very excited to welcome you to this very long anticipated opening of this really important program that's going to serve people who are homeless, who are pregnant or have very young children. It's incredibly important that we serve people who have new life, either about to be born or already born, to make sure that they are well cared for as they come into this world, so that they don't become people who are homeless 15, 20 years from now. If we're ever going to get a handle on this problem, we have to work with people who are pregnant, we have to work with youth, and we have to work with families. And this is just one of many initiatives that Mayor Breed has initiated or led to address this issue. And I am very honored and excited to introduce our Mayor, London Breed.
Thank you. First of all, let me say that I am so excited to be here because this project took so long to get here. And Martha would tell you that every time I saw her at an event, I'm like, Martha, when are we opening Jelani House? She's like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm like, well, what do I need to do? What do you need? How do we make it happen? Because we all know, especially Homeless Prenatal and the work that the people who work for Homeless Prenatal do every single day, you all know the challenges that so many of the mothers that you work with face. And the biggest challenge oftentimes is access to affordable housing, access to a place to not only, go home to when you basically get the care and the support you need, but what happens after the baby is born? How do you continue when you're dealing with so many challenges that exist? And I know that it's been really frustrating for the people who work for Homeless Prenatal every single day to not provide your clients with the full comprehensive wraparound support that they need in order to thrive. And so that's why Jelani House is so important. I am so excited for the mothers that I know are going to be the first people to live in this incredible space, because I know what that means, not only for them, but what it means for their unborn child or other children that they have, to have a clean, nice place with beautiful furniture, and also the case management and the supportive service, the wraparound love that they will get as a result of this place is something that just is going to be a game changer for this city. And so I want to thank Martha for her patience and her leadership. Over 30 years, the work that she has done through Homeless Prenatal has really touched the lives of so many people. And it's evident in even the staff, which many were clients themselves and now are running this incredible organization. So we're grateful to Homeless Prenatal. And we also know that the Bayview Hunters Point Foundation and DISH will also be a big part of this work. Thank you all, because it does take a village. It does take a village of financial support, community support, the will to get it done. And this opportunity here will be really something so significant. And I can't wait until we're able to provide not only an opportunity for the families who will be here as they go through what I know will be one of the most challenging times of their lives, but I am hopeful that the work that we will continue to do in City Hall will help get this city to a better place, so that we have more affordable housing options for them, so that we get to a point where we don't necessarily have a need for a place like this. The need is housing at the end of the day, to transition people to a place where they can live in dignity, where they can raise their families, where they can, of course, continue to get the support and the help that they need. But we have to do a better job with producing more housing in this city. And I'm definitely committed to that, along with making sure that we have places like Jelani House, which will provide the kind of hope that we need for future generations of San Franciscans. So I want to thank all of you for your continued support. This is an exciting day in our city. And Martha, I'm so grateful that you continue to bust your butt to do this work.
It's really my staff.
It's your staff, but she say it's really my staff. We know it's the staff, but we also know that it takes a great visionary leader, and the fact that you started this organization and you brought together so many amazing people with these incredible skills to build upon, what you started and to have it amount to such an incredible place in Jelani House is extraordinary. So congratulations. I'm looking forward to getting this place open and ready to go.
Thank you, Mayor Breed. This project's taken so long that I've actually gotten to work with 2 different district supervisors on it. But it's really, I was very excited when my friend and colleague Shamann Walton became the new District 10 supervisor. He is a true champion of his community and a warrior for people who are not always represented as well as they should be in the political discourse, and communities that have been disadvantaged or disconnected from what's happening in the rest of San Francisco, and has been a great partner in making this project happen. He I don't want to say micromanaged, but to say he called me on many details many times. He was well aware of everything happening with this project, and please join me in welcoming Supervisor Shamann Walton.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, first of all, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
This is an amazing afternoon, and it's amazing because we are bringing together 2 amazing historical organizations. So Jelani House was named after Mr. and Mr. Everhart's son, who is in the back, Jelani. And this place has always been, yes, give them a hand. And I know Martha's going to touch on some of the history as well, but this place has always been a place for our mothers to thrive. It was set up so that people who may have had some issues with substance abuse and other issues, domestic in the home, had an opportunity and a place to go where women could be safe. And so I'm excited that Homeless Prenatal is going to continue that legacy and that work, which they have been doing for so many years. It's hard to talk about HPP without talking about the leadership. And I had an opportunity to work with Martha when I was the director of the Family Resource Center in Potrero Hill. Years ago, I won't say how many years ago because I'll date myself. But I knew then that the work of HPP was something that was actually saving the lives of mothers here in San Francisco, and then providing them with an opportunity to get stable and get the stability that they needed so that they can continue to thrive with their children. And Jeff is right. This place is personal to me historically, and I did have a lot of conversations with him. But I was also pushed by HPP staff to be able to hold me as a supervisor accountable and to, of course, hold the city accountable. And so I want to thank the entire team at HPP for your hard work and your dedication, particularly Malia Chavez, who really works hard to make sure that this organization gets everything that they deserve from the leaders in this city. So with that said, we are on our, I believe, 3rd renovation here at Jelani House, and it just warms my heart that HPP is going to be providing this wonderful service for our expecting mothers and making sure that our families are able to thrive. The YMCA is right across the street. I see Takaija and Tasing who are here with the YMCA. Thank you so much for your support. These are the type of hubs we need where our families have spaces to go, where they can work together and receive the type of opportunities that help them thrive here in San Francisco. So thank you all for being here. This is an exciting day for Bayview Hunters Point in District 10. And as I always say, the sun is always shining here in Bayview, and you can see it outside. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Walton. And last but certainly not least, a woman who needs no introduction. Please join me in welcoming Martha Ryan.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Mayor Breed, for making this happen. And Supervisor Walton, thank you for always being there for us. And I want to thank everybody at HSH who is here and who's worked really hard to get us going. I want to welcome you, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, and especially Mr. and Mrs. Everhart. I assured them today that we would carry on the legacy of Jelani, and we will. I want to also start by thanking our wonderful partners, DISH. And if you don't know what DISH means, it stands for Designing Innovative Supportive Housing. And they have a reputation of doing their work with heart. And I can't think of another organization that would be better at guiding us in this process. Thank you. Your expertise and your generosity and partnership and spirit have been truly a great gift. Thank you very much. So I am so humbled to stand before you here today to open Jelani House, which has been a labor of love and dedication on many parts and for many years. I am thrilled because today will change the lives of some of our most vulnerable neighbors. It will set these families on a transformational course, ensuring that the babies born to the residents of Jelani will not have to face the same struggles decades on. At Jelani House, pregnant women will not only have food and shelter, but they will gain a community of support to help guide them on their path to new motherhood. No pregnant woman should have to sleep in a car, and no baby should ever have to sleep in a tent. And no mother should have to go at it alone. As many of you know, homeless pregnant women face significant health challenges. In fact, an estimated 1 in 5 homeless expectant mothers give birth prematurely, which is double the national rate. Prematurity poses both immediate and lifelong health challenges for the newborn. And for the mother, unhoused pregnant women are more likely to face life-threatening complications that need medical intervention. These women often have chronic illnesses like hypertension and diabetes. We want to make sure that those diseases are treated and they are taken care of. And we also we will be prepared to help women with mental health issues, including postpartum depression. Jelani House prioritizes these families in support of long-term, far-sighted, positive health outcomes. For 30 years, HPP has believed in the importance of a two-generational, upstream approach to family support. Truly, Jelani enacts this philosophy by providing non-judgmental, client-centered intervention just as families are beginning their new lives together. HPP looks forward to creating a program at Jelani that is effective, replicable, and a model for the nation. A program that helps mothers have healthy pregnancies and deliveries, and that helps them exit homelessness once and for all, permanently breaking the cycle of childhood poverty and family homelessness. Again, I want to thank all of Jelani's partners, and many of you are in the room today, and HPP staff. I want to tell you that HPP staff has worked tirelessly from furnishing this entire house to building new infrastructure so phones and computers work, to hiring and training a new cadre of staff, to holding listening circles and interviews with former residents of shelters that are similar to Jelani, and then to developing programming guided by what was learned from these listening circles, to meeting weekly with city and nonprofit partners and advocating fiercely on behalf of pregnant mothers to ensure that the doors would be open today. Today marks a dream come true for the Homeless Prenatal Program, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for rising to new challenges and to forging ahead towards a future full of opportunity for all San Francisco families. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Martha. And before we close out, as many people have said, it takes a village to make things like this happen. And I would be very remiss if I didn't acknowledge my colleagues at the Department of Homelessness and Supportive Housing who work so hard to make this happen. If you could raise your hands, HSH employees. And Cindy Ward and Carrie Abbott, former HSH employees, you can raise your hands too because you help with this as well. And I also want to thank all the other city staff who are here today, especially the staff from the Department of Public Health who work so closely with expectant mothers and who do such an amazing work and have been great advocates for both that population as well as this project. And of course, I want to thank all of you for being here today. I know there's going to be some tours throughout the day today and hope you get a chance to visit this beautiful site. Thank you all for being here.